his fans
I'm listening to another video
shave their head.
as I play. So.
Hashtag bald for Bieber. I'm considering shaving my head and
I don't think they're legal.
Put up the hashtag bald for Bieber. Then we started to Photoshop fake tweets from Entertainment Tonight and from Justin Bieber. I think even a few of his friends.
Justin Bieber has cancer.
We started posting comments on his puking video, claiming that, you know, he was puking because of chemotherapy.
What are you gonna do about that?
He made a fake email from a supposed doctor and also a fake medical chart that confirms that he was positive for leukemia.
I smoke pot down.
All that buzz was fake, but then by Thursday, real people started actually, you know, getting into it. That's when it really shot up like crazy. As of Friday morning, a bunch of different news outlets had reported it was a hoax, and it was kind of out there. Everyone knew it was fake. Yeah, we got a cease and desist letter, but after 3 days of hard work, I think we did a pretty good job.
Moments away from the very first shaved bald for Bieber.
This will be the first time I've ever been bald.
Watch out!
That's not normal. Bad texture design. Cringe. Let me do it. My favorite.
What are you doing, dude?
Oh, it's a mouse.
Dude, I actually thought that was in game.
But buying new gear isn't cheap.
Easter egg to save on gear.
Say what?
Honey like the blood that appears while you shot. It automatically searches the head for promo codes. Everything like headsets, controllers, even Groove gaming gear, stickers, graphics. Basically your entire setup. It's super easy too.
Just like dropping into a lobby full of noobs.
Yeah. And it's already saved people over $1 billion. Let's get it.
Coming at you with a little bit of right in the forehead.
It's God mode for saving on gaming gear.
Well played, honey.
Add the browser extension in just 2 clicks. Honey's found savings for over 10 million members on over 30,000 sites. Add Honey for free at joinhoney.com.
Stole my sick.
Hey, wanna play some video games? I know I do. I haven't seen the sun in years. So let's play League of Legends. Sound familiar? It's good. It's amazing. For that, if you had friends, they would already be playing. So why aren't you? Jump on in and make some friends. Here's how it works. You start by picking a champion, and there are a lot to choose from. Found one with cool abilities, but you hate his stupid face? Don't worry, you can play dress up with various skins. If only my pirate could be more anime. Now that's what I'm talking about. Once you actually get in...
Sponsored by Dashlane.
Hold on. I'm gonna do something
February
very
27th, 2017. A woman comes home to deliver her husband some bad news. She has been fired from her job at Cracker Barrel. They gave no notice. They gave no reason. The husband, Brad, embraces her. A tear rolls down her cheek. Brad's hands tighten into fists. 11 years of service, he whispers under his breath. Nanette, fetch me the computer.
What is that?
I hear a witch.
To say I'm pissed off would be an understatement. After 11 years of service, those lowlifes at Cracker Barrel let my wife go. I would really like to know why. And those of you who know me these days know that I will find out. In the meantime, if any of you would also like to know, please go to the Facebook page and ask them. This old boy is storming. and send. That'll do it. With that, he put his arm around Nanette, and they fell asleep together on the couch. A week passes. It's Brad's birthday. Hey Nanette, has there been any word back yet on why you're fired? This old boy is still storming. She shook her head. Outrageous. Nanette, fetch me the computer again. I'm going to make another Facebook post. Today is my birthday. Why did you fire my wife? Now we wait. Don't forget your cake. Brad squinted his eyes, made a wish, and blew. He put his arm around Nanette, and again, they fell asleep together on the couch.
Bruh.
But that night, as they dreamed, something special happened. A miracle of sorts. People started joining in. People saw the post, then semi-sarcastically also began demanding answers. Then more joined in. Then more.
You monsters fired Brad's wife.
Justice for Brad's wife. 11 years. Release Brad's wife.
The template of the joke was simple and spreadable. Promoting desserts, are we? Brad's wife used to love desserts. New item on the menu, Brad's wife would have made it twice as good. Today we remember 9/11. Brad's wife used to love 9. It spread from their Facebook, to their Twitter, to their Instagram, to all of their social media platforms. But this wasn't your usual raid by 4chan. This was something different. An army of mostly boomers hitting crack over the barrel. It was the mums and dads in Middle America leading the charge. And Brad was there as the standard. He embraced the meme. Why did you fire my wife? He repeated.
Reloading!
Please share, he demanded. Soon there was nothing that Cracker Barrel could post that wouldn't immediately be turned into a discussion about the plight of poor men. As always, a petition is started and goes nowhere. And once that failed, the calls started rolling in.
Hi, I have a quick question for you guys. Yeah. Why did you guys fire Brad's wife?
So, I guess what I'm asking is if you would just go ahead and hire her back, and then we can just pretend like this whole thing didn't happen.
And what's a good harassment campaign without a soundtrack?
We got weapons over here! Reloading!
If you wanna have your breakfast,
But this was just the beginning. Other companies saw this meme and decided to add fuel to the fire. On social media, they were posting about Brad's wife. In IRL, they were putting up signs promoting Brad's wife. And that prompted the news to get involved.
More teens are having fun,
Coverage from People magazine, The Mirror, Washington Post, Fortune, and many more. That's when things really started to spread out into the streets. People made posters, signs, and t-shirts. And they even started visiting the restaurant just to ask about Brad's wife.
Well, Brad's not important, but his wife, they fired her after 11 years of service.
I don't know what you're talking about.
After 11 years. On his birthday.
I heard about that. That was terrible.
Yeah, now there's a wait time in here. Oh, it's a long time. Cause Brad's wife isn't here.
Brad could see that things were spiraling out of control. He called on the troops not to harass the local chain. The firing was a corporate decision. Good morning. I still have not heard from said company, but I would like everyone to remember that some very good people work for them. So if you want answers, please direct questions to the Home Office. They're the ones who fired my wife. But it did little to temper things down.
You fired Brad's wife? You shall be on fire.
Hold up a minute!
So in all this time, Brad still hadn't heard back from the company, and we feared that we'd never get answers. But one smooth talker succeeded in getting a few details by pretending to be a manager from the corporate office.
I got this email from my boss today stating something about Brad's wife. Do you know her personally?
Yes, sir. She was my boss.
And that's when she spilled the beans.
I think it was, she was kind of a softie, so.
Now, from here we could have just called it a day. But here's the thing about boomer humor. They don't know how to let it go. Once something is funny, it remains funny to them for years. And that doesn't spell good news for Cracker Barrel's social media. So, that's what the future holds for Cracker Barrel. Years more of hashtag Brad's wife. But what about for poor Nanette? Well, there's good news. It turns out that a lot of those offers by other businesses to hire Brad's wife weren't entirely sarcastic. 11 years of service? Come on in for an interview. Dozens and dozens of real offers started rolling in. Suddenly, Brad's wife had her pick, and she could work pretty much anywhere she wanted. And that, roughly speaking, is where the story ends. You can still visit Cracker Barrel today, and the top comment will still be some dumb shit about firing Brad's wife. But that doesn't matter, because better than an answer, Brad got his wife a new job, and this old boy could finally rest. The storm had passed.
Here they come!
Ad time. You go to log into your internet banking. Invalid password. That's strange. You call your wife. She's not picking up. You go to send her a DM on Facebook. She can't log in. Invalid password. You go to recover your email. Invalid password. You try to tweet out for help. Invalid password. Your computer bursts into flames and you're trapped in the building. You yell for help, but you've forgotten your password. Your body was found several weeks later. Don't let this happen to you. Get Dashlane and manage your passwords for free.
Easily and securely store your passwords and personal information in Dashlane to log into current accounts instantly.
Also, there's a 30-day free trial here, and first 20 people use the promo code internet store with MCN off. Thanks. God bless, and stay safe.
Reloading!
I understand that some of you may have scrolling too fast, so slow it down for you. I hope this is to your liking. Oh, hold on, maybe I can change it to a larger font. Is it better? What do you mean jazz it up a bit? I'll put little hearts around it. Mwah. Mwah. Thank you. Again, Steve. Mwah. Number one. Mwah.
So I just downloaded the free browser extension Honey, and I'm gonna see how much money I can save with it in 24 hours. First, I gotta get that new phone. BestBuy.com. New phone, check. Okay, now definitely gonna book a hotel for our next vacation. Booking.com. Add the browser extension in just 2 clicks and save money on literally anything you can buy online, including pizza. Add Honey today for free at joinhoney.com.
Nice shot. Reloading!
Next time you do this, you could be doing this. How? By using Akoja, the search engine that plants trees.
What's a search engine?
Search engines make a lot of money, enough money to read bars of money. So Christian built Akoja and uses its profits to do just that, wherever they're needed most. And it's working. They've planted more than 65 million trees across 22 countries. Akoja's tree team worked together with local tree planting partners to make sure Akoja's trees benefit people and nature. So all it takes is more of this, and you can have a lot more of this. Go to Akoja.org, get the free browser extension, and download the Akoja app. Start planting trees today.
Screwed up. Safe house!
Bill, might be time to heal up.
Quit pissing around and get in here! Yeah!
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Right Opinion, the home of a twat with too much free time. And honestly, on this channel, the topics we've covered of recent have been pretty serious in the grand scheme of YouTube things. I like to be serious, I'm a serious, brooding person. I am the Batman of YouTube, minus the excessive riches. So I thought, you know what, we'll do something more fun. Something more upbeat. Something that the child-friendly twats at YouTube would endorse. TikTok. I mean, what seriously can be said about that? It'll get me rated E for every single little git who wants to click on my videos. Yeah, I'm looking at you, little scallywag. You're watching The Right Opinion now. Yeah, today we're putting out all the stops to get Susan's endorsement and talking about... Let's have a look. Charm Predators. Susan, I am so sorry, but I have a duty to serve. One day I'll make content that will rival Jimmy Fallon in its inoffensiveness. And honestly, I really did preside over this topic for a while, really considering whether I should do it. TikTok is the peak of piss-take topics that anyone should be doing. Everyone's been talking about it, but honestly, I think one of the instances outlines a greater phenomenon of recent, the art of child predation. I'll give you a brief rundown of TikTok for any boomers who are watching. I love you all the same, don't worry, but all this new technology, it seems rather redundant to me as well. But there's an audience, a large audience. You know that old cliche where people grab the nearest microphone-shaped ornament, a hairbrush, a toothbrush, a dildo, you know, and they sing in the mirror? Well, it appears it's not just some timely fact. It's clear there is some inner vanity that needs to be fulfilled, which is why these apps exist. They are basically a virtual mirror for you to lip-sync your favorite music or weird quote or whatever you want to do, or maybe a mix. And admittedly, I am completely guilty of Snapchatting myself, lip-syncing desperately, and sending it to my friends and probably confusing them greatly. The difference is, I don't put it out for the world to see. Well, there goes my integrity. Anyhow, basically my point is that TikTok is a platform that promotes this on a public basis, so that every 13-year-old can post something thinking they're all being hip and then have it there for the rest of their lives. So when they go into some job interview, they can have their ass torn apart by some manager who ain't Googling their name and found this gold mine. And they'll forever be known as TikTok Tim, because their name is Tim and they did TikTok. It was rather specific, but my point still stands. TikTok itself was founded initially in 2016, but it didn't start to pick up until a few months ago with the merger of one of its modern contemporaries, Musical.ly, which is another platform with a similar purpose. However, TikTok seems to be even more prevalent than Musical.ly in this current environment, and there are many reasons for why that appears to be. Partly because of the absolute mammoth Chinese market, which is where it was originally launched in 2016, that has likely given it a lot of momentum. But it also has additional features that definitely make it more extensive than previous applications, as well as the fairly straightforward interface that does make creating the content for hyper-annoying children nice and easy, which is what we like. I may be an old, jaded man at the age of 21, but I must say when I was a lad around the young ages, I did not have many privileges of the internet. I lived in the middle of nowhere and the bandwidth wasn't that great. I remember a time when we used dial-up. Back then, we were witnessing a real movement, the creation of e-relationships. And I don't mean romantic relationships, though they definitely fall into this category, but I'm talking about connections between people all over the world. The age of the internet is truly an exciting thing, with people being more interconnected than ever. It has created its own culture in a way, and as someone who has benefited from that, there is no way I can ever not give it its kudos. However, the online world also brought many threats, and one that I want to talk about today is that of predators. Predators have always existed, they are nothing new. It's just the internet gives them a new dynamic to play with, and that means that we all have to be more aware. And in all fairness, the education system in the UK was very proactive in making sure that we, as children, weren't roped into such things. And although it's very easy to think to yourself that you won't end up in one of those situations, I mean, who would? Nor would my parents have let me. I still did, actually. Admittedly, it wasn't through the internet. I don't think that would have happened. But my point is, there are still many people in different environments who are susceptible to that, particularly when you have a rocky real-life relationship with those around you, and some stranger online offers you a better alternative. Although it may seem absolutely insane to us, it sounds like a possible escape to a naive child. These are the two issues that come to a head today, because TikTok, like many other online platforms that attract large swathes of children, has been facing down criticism for how much their application appears to promote an environment where child predators can thrive. There have been a few instances and suspicious activities that have alerted people to the platform's fertile predatory grounds. However, like many other questions facing down the internet, I feel that it's more complicated than it appears on the surface, and not just a case of TikTok bad, particularly more deeply than it's been presented by other YouTubers. And make no mistake, I don't blame them, because it's very easy to say this is wrong. And you know what? That's not incorrect either, but there are some deeper cultural discussions that are being placed aside for what I think could actually be quite a stimulating topic. So today, come with me into TikTok as we discuss the intricacies of living on the online world and have a greater cultural discussion over the suitability of the internet for children, and how this specifically plays into a situation with an application like TikTok, and ask ourselves, is it safe? What can be done to prevent perverts from taking advantage of such an environment? And what can be done for children to prevent them from falling into these situations? Are you ready? Let's go then. Now, today's discussion has been provoked by one specific instance, and a flurry of additional things that have been observed by other YouTubers. The main one involves a bloke called the Budday, the Boudet, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Frankly, he forfeits the right to be pronounced correctly. I'm just going to call him the Budday, because that's what seems most comfortable to me. Anyone using a name like that should have been spotted as a nonce from a mile away, but unfortunately, he wasn't. And maybe the innocent until proven guilty narrative does prevail in these instances, as much as I like to judge people off their names. Now, typically in the past, many of the world application stars of sites like Musical.ly and Vine have been vapid, young, annoying children. And with TikTok, that hasn't really changed. But there is a new brand of celebrity that emerges from all these sites, and one that is created much more regularly on TikTok, and that is the ironic star. Now, the internet makes no secret of how it just decides to make the most random people famous, whether it was Ken Bone, Charles Ramsey, or so on. But this is not the same. The ironic superstar is someone who does everything that the normal, obnoxious child does, but you see, they're an old, self-aware adult, so it's hilarious. Ha 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 ha. How fucking funny. Now, these people aren't overly prevalent on any platform. In fact, if you look at the most popular stars from all these applications, they're almost all very young guys or girls who probably should be in school. But hey, premature fame will do until they're addicted to drugs. Wow, I'm in a really cynical mood today. They clearly aren't paying me enough to be nice. Back to the point, young individuals tend to dominate most platforms. But you see, TikTok has this little mode known as duets, where you, well, duet. Basically, someone uploads a hilarious version of them lip-syncing, and they can allow anyone to, quote, react to them. And what this has done is bred a whole new genre, basically that being ironic TikToks. In fact, there's a whole Twitter dedicated to just reposting hilarious ironic TikToks and retweeting the moderator's garbage too. The ironic TikToks themselves will involve someone using the duet feature in a knee-slapping, self-aware way. This has also yielded plenty of legendary memes. I use legendary very liberally, such as the Tracer meme, or the hit or miss meme, or both together, because I hate you. Bonafide classics, I'm sure. Anyhow, this has amplified the market for ironic lads to gain power on the platform, and one of them in this instance was the Budday, and he has been around. I'll tell you that much. Pretty much everybody has been reacting to him because he is exceptionally creepy. But this is what happens with the reaction commentary genre, which has been expanding exponentially of recent. It's an effect. The creepy old men on TikTok has almost become its own market. People laugh and react to these people, and they get lots of views because audiences love these things. It's pathetic, but we love laughing at things that make us feel better about ourselves. So we give it a platform, and then we inadvertently promote it without necessarily decrying it, merely deriding it. And there is a difference between those two presentations. And I'm not saying I don't understand why it's done. It is hilarious. But the problem with laughing at people like that and giving them an audience is that you subsequently give them power. However, the main reason that people gave the Bud A power in this instance is because people presented them as they were. What do I mean? Ben Shapiro, for example. Now people can completely disagree with PewDiePie promoting him, given the fact that he does have some views that are rather disagreeable. But the truth of the matter is, it's unlikely that Ben is going to gain any additional significant following from the instant, because the way he was presented in the PewDiePie video is nothing like he actually is. And he hasn't. And anyone who did go over to Shapiro's channel probably would be rather disinterested in spite of his destructive brand of facts and logic.
Next meme.
With the Bud A, people were promoting his stuff as it was. No matter how many times people laughed at how pathetic he was, no matter how many times people mocked him, because a lot of these commentators were constantly punching down, it meant that the Bud A was only going to receive traffic. And it wasn't until content creators like Bionic Pig and Jay Aubrey actually began documenting some serious allegations that these ramifications became very clear. Now, in all fairness, laying the blame at reaction commentators is irresponsible, because although they could have kind of guessed what sort of caliber these sorts of people were by judging them, they didn't really glorify them necessarily. No, the most positive creation came from the numerous compilation sites who found such content hilarious or, quote, cringe. As an aside note, I really don't understand why anyone would spend their day sitting down watching cringe compilations like they're specifically meant to evoke feelings of discomfort. Do some people get some kind of kick out of that? Is it some weird kink? Speaking of weird kinks, let's go back to cracking open this egghead. Once he had accumulated some sort of clout, I mean, hell, he even had his own compilation of the best of the Bud A. Wow, what an icon. If I'm perverted enough, will I get my own best of compilation? And this gave him admirers. Why is that? Why would anyone admire this creature? Because that's what power does. The Bud A, likely being aware of this, used this power for his new followers and tried to hold this power over the fangirls. And sure, there are like hundreds of more powerful, more suitable guys on the website, but it's a combination of dodgy judgment and accessibility. I'm sure there are lots of people who would message PewDiePie if they could, but settle for me instead because I have open DMs on all platforms. There are many reasons that people admired him, whether it makes logical sense or not, and he used that by sending delightful little videos.
Okay.
Man really took like...
Dude, I'm not getting notifications, and it's getting really fucking triggering.
Oh, that's your excuse.
No, it didn't get a fucking ding. I think it's because I have a
oh my god,
software
you
open.
were ignoring... Bro, dude wanted to play Left 4 Dead with me and then just ignore.
No, you said.
Oh my god,
you
so,
literally
like,
said
so
I'll
creepy.
play
like,
Left
how
4
good
Dead
are you? Not
soon.
even that good of a
Okay.
friend. Like wow, just like I can't believe you.
You're being a
you just
loser.
ignore me like
I hate
that.
you.
Like oh my
You're
god.
a bad friend. Dude, I'm literally recording. I'm making like a Left 4 Dead marathon.
What do you say? Ready?
Playing games.
All right. Well,
that
I
like
don't
Left 4 Dead.
I don't want to be in your video.
Why?
I don't want to.
Why though?
I just don't want to.
Why?
I couldn't really give you a reason why. I just don't want to.
You don't like the publicity?
What?
You don't like the advertisement?
No, I don't want to be in your video.
Bruh. You don't want to be a part of the marathon?
If that's what you're doing, then no, I don't want to be part of it.
Bruh, you're ruining my mojo. It's kind of weird.
Alright. If you just want to casually play Left 4 Dead 2 later, feel free to call me, let me know. But if you're recording, then no, I don't.
How about this? I do the Discord call on my phone, and we just play.
But you're still recording it, but just not my audio?
Yeah, so it's like not necessarily identifying. Even your voice is not really identifying. Does like that sound like a better opposition?
I just kind of, but it's hard to describe. But I just wouldn't want to really be there if you're recording.
Dang, I feel betrayed. Sad days.
If you would like to play without recording, let me know. Meanwhile, I'm just gonna go back to listening to music.
Alright, I'll get it then.
Alright.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Traitor. Okay, well that's that. I guess that happens. Okay, you can see. It's fine. Wait, what the hell? Do you actually fucking ruin? What about my mod? Okay, I guess my mod doesn't work. Wait, where am I? I kinda want something, like a different gun.
Weapons over here! Reloading! Reloading!
Hey, take this.
Weapons over here! I hate stairs.
Witch. Lights out.
Okay. I understand. Broken away. Taking guesses.
Nice job. Ammo Francis, check your fire! Reloading! Francis! No!
Reloading! I know we...
Can you hear me? I need some help! You okay?
Literally stalling. Little weird Francis or Lewis.
Ready?
fine. Let's just walk. Maybe you lose us to teleport or something.
Hey, a little pick-me-up.
He's still not teleporting. There he is. Uh-oh.
Heads up! Good one.
I
ain't gonna let these goddamn vampires beat me.
They're zombies, Francis.
Whatever.
Everywhere they tell y'all motherfuckers to do. Yo, man, we stand.
Ready?
Look at the fucking world shit.
I got him.
Right,
This
man?
guy. This is hilarious.
5,000 fuck. 5,000 fuck. Yo, man, we stand. We work like some. Can y'all see this fucking bullshit? Right, man? Just.
We need to find roof access.
Reloading! 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 Reloading!
Look out!
Reloading!
Reloading!
Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Please, 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 please have mercy.
Watch your ass!
We got weapons over here! Weapons over here! Bill!
He is gone. He is gone, and he's not coming back. Wish I kept that running.
Francis, patch yourself up.
I don't think so, buddy. Maybe he'll flex on somewhere else.
Grenade incoming!
Nicely played, sir.
Cover me. Reloading! This shit ain't easy.
Oh. Alright, that's why. Okay, I just left. Alright.
Fire in the hole!
Uh-oh. Danger, danger, danger.
Francis, check! Grenade!
Don't fucking close the door.
Grenade!
Maybe let's just throw that there then.
Grenade!
Let's go, let's farm.
Got it! Reloading! Reloading! Through here! Reloading! Now there's a sight for sore eyes, huh? Looks like we're gonna make it, kids. Reloading! Reloading! Reloading!
Reloading.
Reloading! Reloading! Help is on the way! Holy shit, here they come! Reloading! 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 Reload! Watch my back.
I'm reloading.
Reloading! Fire in the hole! I've seen worse. You'll be all right.
I'm down!
Please build.
I'm healing! Bro, heal up! Watch out!
Cover me.
Smoker! That's mine! Watch your ass! Hang on, I'm here. Relax, I got you. Get up. Gotta move this one.
No.
Good one.
Well, you've got one heck
Check!
You know why?
Reloading! Fire in the hole!
Who the heck wants Well,
I think I'm going home with a Chopper's here! About time, too!